some people are still being a bit cautious, cautiously optimistic, whether it's that or whether it's just completely cautious about whether Liverpool have won the league or not. And one of the things that Adam rightly said, I'm going to steal his point before he can make it, said before we started recording there, is that we as fans are allowed to get carried away. You expect the players to be completely focused on this, and I like the idea that like Slot is basically using the bad results this season, especially Nottingham Forest at home again,
which he keeps referencing.
Yeah.
Wait, does he ever think about that?
But even now referencing the fact that the Forest fans know that it's in his head as well. But that's why this team won't lose focus. But also there's so many lads within there, including Mo Salah, who are battle hardened by title races and title wins gone by too.
I think that's been the most impressive thing about this season. Has been that level of focus and it's the sort of calm ambition that I really like. And you're right, like as fans, we're the ones that are looking at the schedule. We're the ones that are looking at the fixture list and kind of counting down and going, right, when might we win the league? Are Arsenal going to give us a guard of honour? Is that going to happen? And yeah, I have been a little bit of a shithouse. I'm trying to keep a lid on things as best I can. Internally, I'm like a schoolgirl, like I'm giddy, but I'm just trying to maintain a little bit of focus because I've been burnt before. Like I know how it feels to think we're going to win this and then not do it. But I have so much faith in this manager and this set of players and Mo Salah that it's just the next game. That's all they're focusing on is Newcastle, and it must be weird for Mo Salah because as much as the kind of professional work side of it, when he's at the training ground, when he's at the stadium, when he's in front of the manager and the players, they are keeping a lid on things. But when he goes home, he must be thinking like, I might win the Balon d'Or here. Like that's huge for him. I mean, that puts him into another, sort of stratosphere of players, joining the ranks of some of the greatest players who've ever played the game. That must be really, really exciting. But what I really liked about the press conference and what I really liked about what Slot said was that Mo Salah winning the Balon d'Or will be a reflection on everybody. It will be because the team has been playing really, really well. Yeah. It'll be because we're in a Champions League final.
I know what he said about the pitches as well. He's like, all three pitches will be perfect.
yeah, but it will. But that's the thing. You're only as good as the sum of your parts. And I think that's something that he's instilled in this team, and it's something that's got us to where we are right now. It's players like Endo coming in. That's why you ultimately end up winning a Ballon d'Or, because you have players like Endo, you have captains, Robertson, you have these players that can lead from the front and go, no, right, this is calm, we got this. That's why you succeed, and that's why you ultimately lift the big trophies.
Yeah, Adam, one of the things that's reassuring me really, and has reassured me throughout this whole thing, James says about being burnt before. Like, I just think this is incomparable to previous title races, especially ones that I know Liverpool to have been involved in, because there is that real room for error here. Like, people have referenced 08, 09, and of course all the ones where we're chasing Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, but the difference here is like we're not up against Ferguson's United who knew how to win basically every trophy under the sun, or against Pep Guardiola's 99 point I should say Manchester City side, because we just do have the room for error now, and that proves in the fact that you can drop 4 points over the space of 3 games and you can still find yourself 11 points clear off the back of it.
Yeah, and so one thing, there was a stat I read, don't know, well, I think I'm going to say it was Andrew Beasley, because I feel like everything I steal.
It almost always is,
so,
yep.
But wherever it was, they said no team, and this is before we played City and Arsenal lost to West Ham, only one team has had as big a lead as we've got at this point in the season and not won the title, and that was Newcastle, the I'd love it if we beat them season, right? But we're not. Arne Slot is not Kevin Keegan. We're not that Newcastle Newcastle team. And by God, Mikel Arteta is not Alex Ferguson. And that was before they dropped another 3 points, right? Arsenal have not, at any point in the season, won 4 games in a row. So the world in which they're going to claw back 11 points, okay, even if you want to say if we just say they've won the game in hand, 8 points, well, they would need to win in a way they haven't done all season, and we'd need to lose in a way we haven't done all season. So I just don't see how it isn't done, really. And ultimately, I think it's about everybody outside of the club enjoying themselves now, making sure when you go to Anfield, you're loud, you're raucous, you're whatever. If you're watching with a bunch of mates, do the same thing. Like enjoy this run-in, because, and like I said something about it on social media yesterday, and I've had loads of people say, oh, I won't be doing that, I'm going to wait until we've got it confirmed, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's what everybody said in 2020. And when we won it in 2020, we didn't get to celebrate properly because we were all locked down. So what are you waiting for? Like, what? And more than anything else, if you enjoy it now and celebrate it now and say we've won the league, and we don't win the league, one, and what? Two, it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
Like, I do not have that control over the universe to mean that me enjoying us winning the league, even though we haven't technically won the league yet, means all of a sudden we haven't won the league.